What's up, Gurgaon? This is Ayesha Billimoria, and today I am here to take you through a mobility and core session. A little about me before we start. I go by the name of fitgirl India on Instagram. I teach people running. I'm a running specialist. I also specialize in biomechanics of running. I teach mobility, flexibility, and a whole lot of functional training. What we want to do today is learn something about mobility. Now, probably some of y'all have joined us on Wednesday from the Delhi account. So, if you are back on this to train with me today, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the last session, and we hope to also redo some of the stuff we did on Wednesday because this might be a very new audience, so we need to take them back to the basics. But I'm also going to add some sort of mobility, some sort of core work today so that you know how good your body will feel after you've done a really good mobility warm-up. A little about mobility, and I know that I don't want to take up too much of your time in talking, but it's important to understand what mobility helps in. Mobility is all about increasing the range of motion of your joints, which means that just being flexible or just having good muscle flexibility is not going to help you run faster. Especially runners or anyone who plays any kind of sport, it's really important for you to understand that mobility is as important as flexibility. So if you're only working on flexibility and you're not getting your joints mobilized, then you're going to set yourself up for failure at some point of time. And by failure, I mean injury. So as you know that running is such a big sport today in India and so many people run, but you don't do enough mobility, and that's why this session is really important for you to understand that if you incorporate this in your training pre and post, then you're actually going to be benefiting, running faster, having less injuries, and you're just going to perform better. Okay, so before we get started, I want to take you through a process of how I usually do mobility. I start from the shoulders, I go through the spine, I work on the hip, I work on the feet, I work on the toes, because those are also extremely important for you to know how to do. If you know that your foot is the first thing that lands on the floor when you're running, so if you're not understanding toe and foot mobility, that's the first place from where your injuries start. So we're going to begin by just learning how to keep our feet shoulder width apart. I apologize, the sun is really harsh in my eyes right now, but we're going to get through this because the sun is going to go down in some time. We want to begin with just learning how to roll our shoulders out. Now watch carefully. As I roll my shoulders out, I'm not doing that, or that. I'm just moving very gently, very gently. I'm imagining that a number 8 is in front of me, and I'm just going to gently move that spine side to side, side to side, side to side. You can keep your hand on your tummy to feel that number 8, but you do not want to raise your shoulder up at any point. You just want to move forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. You want to close your eyes and you want to imagine that number 8 every time you go forward and back. Take a couple of seconds here with yourself. Feel the movement. You know, there's a scapula here, these scapular muscles. That's what you're actually learning to move. So if you watch my back carefully, see that? You're only moving the scapular muscles. You're not moving anything else. So even as I'm moving my shoulder, it's my abdominal that's moving in a number 8, but it's actually doing all the work from here, and this is just following my abdominal. Okay? Once we've gotten this, we're going to just swing side to side. Now I call these the zombie twists because you eventually look like one zombie, somebody's watching you doing this. So the whole point of doing this is that your spinal cord, and a lot of nerves, muscles and veins are attached to your spinal cord, but we never really give it enough mobility. So this side to side twisting, if we start all the way from the bottom, I just want your entire body and arms to be super loose, like don't hold anything back. Stay very relaxed. Stay very cool in your body. When you feel ready, from your bottoms, just below your waist, you want to slowly start coming up towards your waist. And as you come slightly higher than your waist, you come up till your belly button. Now, all those who are watching this, shut your eyes for a few seconds and keep listening to the cues that I'm going to give you, because I want you to imagine that your entire rib cage area is starting to feel free along with your spine. So let go of those arms completely. You're at your chest level. You come slightly higher than your chest. Come little up to your shoulders. And now we're going all the way up. Up, up. Exhale each time you go up, 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 and back down to your shoulders. Back down to your shoulders. Down to your chest. A little below your chest, going back towards the navel. You'll realize that if you do this for a couple of minutes, although we don't have too much time today to do this for a long time, but if you do this for a couple of minutes, your body is going to feel really fantastic. And by body, I really mean your spine, your entire thoracic region, your lats, your rib cage. You come back down. Just let's see how far you can go. See how much my body can twist now? That's because my spine has gotten very free. So I'm just going side to side, and relax. Okay, I hope that feels better. I really want you guys to write in the comments section, because it's very important for me to get some sort of feedback from you, so that I know the next time when we train, how much you not just appreciated it, but how much you learned from it, how it benefited you. So I would really like you to write in the comments section, which I will check out later. From this movement, we're going into interlocking our hands at the back. I want you to interlock your hands here. Now, every time your hand goes below your bum, you need to exhale. Every time your hand comes back to number one position, you want to inhale. So inhale at the top, exhale as you take your hands down. We're going to do 10 of these, and then we're progressing to the next exercise from here. Okay, ready? Take a deep breath in, exhale, pull your arms down, and inhale. Exhale. Pull that chest up. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Okay? From here, I want you to take your arm back. Now remember, everyone has their own range. Everyone has their own flexibility. Everyone has their own mobility. If I can do something does not mean that you have to do the exact same thing. But some of you may be able to do better than me. So it does not matter. Work within your range, but pay attention to the cues. Breath is very important with movement. If you don't breathe well, you're not allowing that message to go to your muscles of how they have to move. Then they get very confused. Okay? So from here, again, as you exhale, raise your hands up, coming back down. Exhale. Inhale as you come down. Exhale. Inhale and down. Exhale. Inhale and down. Exhale. Inhale and down. Last 5, 4. Okay, let's go for 10 more. Go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Relax completely. Shake your shoulders out. I hope you're feeling better in your shoulders, better from what we started with. Your shoulders are freer, your spine is freer. Now we go a little bit into our hips. Okay, from here, sun is almost down. Okay, from here, we're doing a bit of hip rotation before we actually go into hip mobilization. Now, in our stick mobility terminology, we call this the clock system. So the clock, if you've seen those old dial clocks, like the one I'm wearing, it's got 12, 3, 6, and 9. So that's exactly what you want to do to the hip. Because remember, the hip is designed to move in several directions, but human body only wants to move in one direction. This direction, forward, back, forward, back. You don't realize that your hip is also counter rotating. It also ipsy rotates. Sorry, these are really big terms and some of you may not understand these words, but the truth is that your hip is allowed to move in many directions. So forward, back, rotation, and also we'll be doing some hip opening. That means you're giving your ball and socket joint, the femur that attaches from your hip to your knee is attached here at the top. So if you don't give that some rotation, you're going to end up having tight hips. You're not going to end up running fast. You'll have poor mobility. So we're going to go through the entire process. So this hip rotation right now, remember 12, 3, 6, 9 is the most important rule that you have to teach your hip every single day before you start doing any hip mobility exercise. Okay, so either you keep your hands here on your waist or just keep them free, but make sure your feet are shoulder width apart right now. Okay, so we're gonna start with tilting your pelvis to 12 o'clock, that is tilted forward. Take it to 3, back to 9, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, one more 12, 3, 6, 9. Going back to 12, anti-clockwise, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. Now let's go clockwise, but we want to go in the entire rotation of the dial. So we're going 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. You start feeling your lower back is really getting that movement and it's starting to free up. It's a very small circular movement, very small circular movement, and then you go anti-clockwise. So that's 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, and relax. Okay, just from here you want to just move side to side, because remember, as runners, your ITB is a very long band that attaches from your hip bone to just the top of the knee. It clings on to the top of your patella. So if you just want to have a little bit of easy movement, you just thrust the pelvis out, you thrust the pelvis out, easy. You see, the pelvis has moved in all directions now. Front and back is the last direction that we're actually going to move in, but we've done some rotation. We're going side to side. We're going to do one more hip opening before we actually get on to the mat. Okay, now from here I want you to stand with your feet close to each other. Okay, we're going to go into some opening the gate and shutting the gate. So while you're here, I want you to focus on bringing your leg up to 90 degrees, open out the gate, in again and down, out, in again and down, out, in again and down, and out, in again and down. Open the gate, shut the gate, open the gate, shut the gate, open, shut, open, shut. This is a very good strengthening exercise along with mobility. So if you can add this, sometimes you can also put a really high foam roller in front of you so that you can actually move better. It gives you that entire hip opening, closing, opening, closing. But once you get used to it, then you don't need the foam roller. So we're going to do 3 more times, because this exercise is absolutely brilliant for your hips. Please do it as much as you can, because it's going to improve your running like you've never seen it before. This exercise has definitely changed my running over the last many months. Okay, from here we're going down onto the mat. This camera needs some shifting all the time. Okay, here we are. So from here we're going into a little bit of hip mobility and then into our toes. Okay, so once you get down, place your palms directly under your shoulder. Okay, now watch my feet very carefully. This is curling my toes up, this is curling my toes down. So if we sit in Vajrasana, our toes are curled down, but when we do any other exercises and I say curl your toes up, make sure your toes are digging into the floor. Okay, from here we're going into a high plank position. Very comfortable high plank. Okay, from here bring one leg forward, so it could be your left or it could be your right. Okay, your palms stay on the floor. I want you to gently bounce from your extended hip. Bounce. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the leg that's forward, that same arm, you're going to take it all the way down to the floor and twist it up. Take it all the way down to the floor, twist it up. Down to the floor, twist it up. Down to the floor, twist it up. Down to the floor, twist one more all the way down. See, your range starts improving as you keep going lower and as you twist up. Okay, from here, going back into the plank, bringing the other leg forward, gently, 20 bounces from the extended hip. Go, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same arm, same leg, taking it all the way down, twisting it all the way up, down, and up, down, and up, down, and up, going down, and up, down, and all the way up. One more, down, and up, and going back into a plank. From here, I want you to hold the plank 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Relax. Relax your legs. Relax your arms if you want. Just stay here for a couple of seconds. Breathe. Bring all your awareness to your breath now. Okay, from here, you come up kneeling position. Now, I want you to take either leg forward, be it your left, be it your right. Okay, if somebody needs a cushion under the knee, please don't hesitate to put it, because a lot of people cannot handle the tension of the kneecap against the floor. Even if you have a mat, and if you can't do with just a mat, you want to put an extra cushioning under your knee, please do it. It's for your own safety. Okay, once you're here, I want you to either keep your hands here or here, wherever you feel comfortable. I want you to thrust your pelvis forward, extend this hip out completely, come back again. Thrust, come back. Thrust it, come back, forward and back. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and hold. Exhale and release. Okay, from here, placing your hands on the floor. So we opened out the hip. Now we're going to open out the hamstring, and my hamstrings definitely don't like this stretch because it's very, very stiff. Okay, so from here, your hands are nicely placed. You're going to exhale and pull your toes up towards you. As you come down, I want you to watch this foot. You could either keep it here or keep it here, wherever you're comfortable. Exhale and pull your toes up. Inhale and down. Exhale and pull. Inhale and down. Exhale and pull. Inhale and up. Exhale, pull your toes up and up again. Again. We just got 3 more. Pull your toes up. Last 2. Keep breathing. Breathe out and hold it. Holding to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Taking that knee back, bringing the opposite leg forward. Okay, starting with hands here, here, wherever you feel comfortable. Okay, back foot can be flat for this particular one. In the other one, you can curl your toes up. Okay, from here, thrusting the pelvis forward, back, forward and back, forward and back. Last 3, last 2. On the last one, we're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold, and down. Putting your hands on the floor. You can take this foot a little to your midsection if it's out too much. Okay, from here, curl this toe up and pull this one. This leg does not like this exercise at all. Okay, keep exhaling every time you pull this leg up. Pull and exhale. Pull and exhale. Point your toes up and exhale. Exhale. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. But we're going to do one more just for good luck. Okay, let's hold to a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Take this knee back. I want you to sit very comfortably in Vajrasana. We're going into some ankle and toe mobility now. It's very important that people understand that toes, we don't run with all our toes on the floor. We don't run on our toes firstly. We run on the balls of our feet, or we run from heel to front foot. But it's very important that you mobilize your toes, because if your toes are not mobilized well, you end up hurting yourself in your hip. And that has been me for many years, because my big toe did not engage into the floor. And most people, there are very few people who can actually engage their big toe into the floor while they're walking or while they're running or playing any sport. But if you can't do that, that means you're really overworking your adductors. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come up in this position. Now curl your toes up. Okay? We've curled our toes up, which means you're starting to realize that all your toes are digging into the floor right now, but I'm here. The minute I start sitting up, you feel like your heels are being pulled in the outer direction. Okay? Now what you want to focus on here is that with your thumb, very gently start pressing into the center of your body. Just press into the center of your body. Press it in. Yeah, you'll feel like there's a bit of discomfort in your foot. You'll feel like there is this this odd pain going through your big toe, and it doesn't like it. You know, it's a bit unnatural. But the whole point of doing it is because it's unnatural, you want to make it your natural. Okay, so from here, keep pushing in, pushing in, pushing in. Push, push, push. It hurts a bit. I know it does. I know it does. I know it does. And release it. Okay, you want to just keep pushing that heel, both your heels towards the center. Okay, once you feel comfortable with that, take your foot slightly apart, take your knees slightly apart. I mean, really just that much. Okay, like half a centimeter. Okay, from here, take both your palms, place it on your heel. And from here, now as you're pressing in, be very aware that you're actually using, ouch, my big toe doesn't like this. You're pressing that big toe into the floor and lifting yourself up. It's very natural for your foot to cheat and fall apart, but the whole idea is for you to actually hold it onto it. Okay, so from here, going up and down, going up and down. 5, keep pressing that big toe into the floor. 4, exhale as you lift up. 3, 2, 1, and stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Coming down and relax. Good. Sitting back into Vajrasana. We did some dorsiflexion of the toes. Now we're doing some plantar flexion of the toes. As a lot of people say that Vajrasana is very good for people to sit in, for those who have knee problems, ankle problems. But I say you always consult a doctor before sitting like this, because these are very hard extended positions that you put your joints through. So while sitting in Vajrasana is very good for plantar flexion, but dorsiflexion is very important that you do the exercise we did just before. Okay, from here we're going into some downward facing dog and upward facing cat. I want you to be aware that every time you come into an upward facing cat, when you're scooping up, you need to start squeezing your glutes. Okay, so from here, getting into a nice plank first. I'm going to get into a downward dog position. You can watch this once before we start it. Okay, I'm going to be in a comfortable downward dog position, opening out. Okay, I adjust myself a little bit. From here, as I'm coming up, I want to squeeze my buttocks, and you'll start feeling your abdominals. They're not just stretching, but they're also engaging. You're also working your lower back here. Okay, going back to downward dog. As you're coming up into upward cat, squeeze your buttocks, squeeze it. Going back, downward dog. Coming up, Squeeze your buttocks. Now make sure all those toes are digging into the floor. Like you can see, you want to use that big toe. Going back into a downward dog. Coming forward. One more time. And relax. Okay? So what the downward dog to upward cat does is many movements. Hip, shoulder, spine. If you can get, once you've individually done all the mobility of the joints, then you go into a little more dynamic movement that starts working all the other joints. Okay? From here, we're going to get into a very comfortable frog pose. Frog pose is very good for all those people who have very, very tight hips. So if you're in this position, you want to just take your knees apart only as much as you can. Stay very, very comfortable. Okay? Now, most yoga teachers will recommend this particular exercise along with the butterfly for you to start feeling that opening, not just in your groin but also in your outer adductors. Those are the ones that start getting very tight if you're a runner. Okay, so if you're here, you feel this is a comfortable position, you can gently thrust your pelvis, move back, thrust it, move back. If you feel you want to give yourself a deeper stretch, you go down on your elbow, you thrust your pelvis closer to the floor, push yourself back, thrust yourself closer to the floor, push yourself back. The point is, when you're going back is where your adductors will feel a little bit of crunch and it will not like that pain, but the idea is to release, breathe out, inhale and back, exhale and forward, inhale and back, exhale and forward, inhale and back, exhale and forward, back, front. Just 10 more. Okay, you want to keep breathing. Exhale and back, back, front, back, front, back. The more regularly you do this, the better your hips will start opening out, and you'll see it, which will be followed by the shin box from here, which is going to help you get even better in opening up those hips. Okay, once you're here, now a lot of people can face knee pain the way the knees are right now. Please put some cushion so you don't end up hurting yourself. Okay, bringing your feet back in. You can either sit on your heels for a bit if you like, or you can gently bring your knees in. Okay, from here, we're sitting in a very comfortable shin box. A shin box is basically a 90-90 position. This was started by the CrossFit guys in the States. A shin box basically helps you open up your hip in a different direction. So once you can adjust yourself and sit really comfortable here, let me show you on a side angle how it looks. One foot is straight, the other foot. See, Indians have a good habit of sitting like this, right? That's why Indians have greater mobility than the Americans, and the Americans cannot even sit cross-legged. So we can really take credit for that. Okay, so once you're sitting here, bring one foot out, bring the other foot here. Okay, I want you to sit very comfortably, making sure that the leg that is in front, that hip is fully down into the floor, and this leg, only as much as you can. It can have a gap, it doesn't need to have a gap, it's totally your call. Okay, hip mobility is everything, guys. Hip mobility will change so many things for you. I had the most poor hip mobility through my entire track career, and I ran professionally for about 17 years, but I had exceptionally bad hip mobility, which did not help me get better with my speed, with my power, with my squats. My weight training was bad because I didn't have enough mobility in my hip. But it started changing more and more as I became more and more dedicated towards my mobility training. Today, coaches across the world change legs. Today, coaches across the world will tell you that don't stretch, just do your mobility, because in your mobility also you work so much of your, you lengthen your muscles so much. So I would definitely say 60/40 for mobility versus flexibility. I think it's important that we add this into our workout daily. And remember, when you do these exercises, you just have to follow the pattern of your body. You know, you start from the top, go downward. You don't miss a body part ever. Okay, so once you're done comfortably sitting in all of this, we come back to the side of the mat. Now sit in a closed shin box. Okay, this is a closed shin box. I want you to just feel that hip opening which you just did right now. Okay, sitting nice and upright. We're not going to use our hands in this. We're only going to use our hips, which means we're going to actually work the hip now. This is going to test your mobility. So if you're not good at it, don't worry about it. You'll get there at some point. Okay, here, hands in the center or in front, wherever you feel comfortable. Take both your legs, twist side to side. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, we want a total of 5 on each side, which means we're gonna do 2 more on each side. Okay, I'm really not counting, but we still do 1 more on each side. I usually never count anything. I don't think numbers can define how far you can go with anything. So this is a really nice one for me. Okay, once you're here, you come into this position. You want to get up from here. Again, thrust your pelvis forward, coming back down. Twist. Thrust your pelvis forward, down, twist. Thrust, down, forward, thrust, down, forward, and relax. Okay, from here, when you come up, your last bit, if you just want to add this little extra, you bring this leg forward. Woo. Extend that hip out, going back down, twist. Here, going up again, bringing the leg forward, twist. Oops, I'm out of frame, you can't see me. Coming back down, I'll twist a little to the side. Okay, watch this again. Going up, taking the leg forward, thrust that pelvis out. I'm still outside the frame. I'm sorry, this phone is very small. Okay, going back down and relax. Okay, shake your legs out, shake it out. Okay, we've got 2 more exercises to go, but I'm going to do that towards the end of our mobility session, because now we're going to do some core exercises. We have another 5 to 10 minutes, and I really want to take you all through these very important core exercises that will help you definitely run faster, but also make you understand what the core is. Now the core is many things. It's your abdominal, it's your obliques, it's your glutes, and it's your adductors. That's what comprises the core. The core, when you typically think of it, oh, abs, abs, abs. No, your core is not just your abs. Your core is 4 main things: glutes, abdominals, obliques, back, and adductors. Actually, that's 5. Okay, now we're going to do, our first exercise is going to be a high plank with glute activation. I want you to get into a nice high plank position over here. Thinking which side should I be on? Should be, no, this side might be better. Okay, okay, once we get into a nice high plank position, okay, I want you to lift this leg up and squeeze your butt up. Okay, I'm going to try to change the angle of this phone so that you will have a better view of the full exercise. Okay, that might be better. Anybody who wishes to have a water break, now is your time. I'm going to take a 20-second water break. Okay, we ready? If you need another 10 more seconds, take it. We're going to show you a little demo first of how to do it, and then we shall all do it together. Okay? Also remember, in a plank, you're not in a downward dog position. You're in a plank position, which means your shoulder, hip have to be parallel, like a little horizontal, and then obviously the rest follows. But in a plank, you do not do this, you do not do that. Okay, that's not a plank then. Then that's just wrong. you just hurt yourself. I mean, nothing's wrong. You just hurt yourself. You won't engage the muscles enough that you're supposed to be engaging. Okay? So, once you're here, take your legs out. Bam! This is nice and strong. Okay? From here, I want you to raise one leg up, pulse it up, straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? If we're ready to do it together, we're gonna do 10 on each leg. 3 sets, 10 on each leg. That's a lot of work. Also, if some of you have TheraBands, you can add the TheraBand or the mini TheraBand around your ankle. Fantastic for your glutes. You really thank me for it. It's a great pre-workout activation for your glutes and for your abdominals. Okay? Ready? Starting in 3, 2, 1. Get into a plank. Okay? Taking our left leg off and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. Good. Relax. Relax your arms. This is also working your arms a lot. Shoulder, abdominal. Planks are excellent for your abs. But when you start, you see your abdominals are attached to the psoas, which is your lower back. Your lower back is directly attached to your glutes. They're very interconnected, all these muscles. That's why they're called core. When you start firing both these muscles together, magic. You're going to create magic for yourself. Okay? Again, going back into a plank. Ready? Brace your abdominals. Take a deep breath in. Exhale every time you lift your leg up. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Good. Usually the first round is easy. Second round is where you start feeling the work. Third round is the real work. Now, if you add those bands to your ankle, whew, you can write me a thank you note later. Okay, we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Last set, 20. Focus on breath. Every time you lift your leg up, go into 10. Okay, ready? Breathe and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last, guys, go for it. Push it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. That was really good. Okay. Now, from here, we go into a little more work for your abs and your back. This is slightly hard, but because this is Gurgaon, and I know a lot of people in Gurgaon are quite fit because I lived in Gurgaon for quite some time, and I know a lot of people run there. So I've made you all do a little bit more with the abdominals today. They're a little more advanced than what we did with the other cities. So what we're doing next is a little more challenging, but I know you guys can do it. That's why I want to show it to you. Okay? We're going to sit in a boat pose. We're going to sit in a boat pose. From here, you extend out. You come back into a crunch. Extend, crunch. Extend means take your hands like in a nice round plate, point your toes out, back into crunch. Extend, crunch. Extend, crunch. Okay? You start in exactly 5 seconds. Let's go. Extend your legs out, crunch. Extend, crunch. Exhale as you extend, inhale as it comes in. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and relax. Good. We're going to go 2 more sets of this before we move on to the next exercise. Okay, catch your breath, catch your breath. It's all about breath. Stay focused. In between sets, don't waste your time looking at your phone, texting someone. All your awareness has to be on what you're doing. This time is yours. This time is for you. Your body, your mind, your breath, how you understand your movement. What are you doing wrong? What are you doing right? Where can I improve? These rest times are for that. These rest times are not to look into your phone. Okay, ready? Going into our second set. Arms out, sorry, legs out, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Good. One last set. Okay, I hope you guys are writing your feedback, because that's very, very important for me to know how much harder I have to work to train you all. Okay, last set, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and legs out. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Take it easy. Stretch your legs out. Breathe, breathe. You work your quadriceps on this one. Your adductors were very engaged. Your abs were engaged. So was your back. Okay, so just want to shake it out. Shake it off. Shake it off. Okay, now what's next? One of the very important exercises that I think people do wrong is a side plank. Now, what people do wrong in a side plank is they don't understand. It's called a side plank. It's not a... People often stick their buttons out. That's wrong. Firstly, on a side plank, both your feet have to be on the floor. A lot of people tend to do this. No, that doesn't work. A side plank works the inside chain of your entire body, not just your abdominals. So once you place your arms here, 90-degree angle, shoulders directly here, directly under your elbow. From here, you straighten your body out first. Don't be in that position. You see that? From here, lift yourself up fully. Okay? You want to be in a straight line. You gotta catch the center of your mat. Then you take this hand up. You're fully aligned in a 90-degree angle. Okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Once you've caught about 20 seconds here, you want to go into lifting. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Good. Switching sides. Very important. Stay focused on the form. If your form is correct, you're a winner. Okay, if your form is wrong, you're gonna fall. So always be aware of your form. Now, just giving a little more insight into this. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, 90. Body, straight angle. So catch your center of the mat. Your feet fully on the ground. Once you're up, bam, 90. Holding 20 seconds. Hold, hold, hold. The minute we're done 20 seconds, we go into lifting. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Good. Good. Take it easy. Drop yourself down. Relax on your mat. You shake your legs off. You can drop your knees side to side. This is also a really good hip ITB opening exercise. Okay, from here, very comfortable extension of both your legs. Okay, I want you to take your left or right, whichever you want. Take it over your thigh. Make sure your hand is cupped on top of the foot, your hand on the other knee, wherever you like. Okay, from here, I want you to push this knee into the floor very gently. Push, push, push. Again, this is working the opening of your hip. Ball and socket head of your hip is getting worked right now. So keep breathing out every time you push that knee down. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knee to your chest, push it down. Hug your knee to your chest, push it down. Hug, down, push it up and down, up and down, up and down, and up. One more down, and I want 20 fast counts and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Release this leg out. Taking the opposite leg in, holding the top of the head, and push the knee down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And knee up and knee down, and knee up and knee down, and up and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and flap fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. That was a big mobility session, guys. That was a really big mobility session. Okay, stretching our legs out. Be as comfortable as you like. Point your toes forward. Walk your hands gently forward. Hold till wherever you feel comfortable. There's no pressure. You can hold at your knees, ankle if you want to go all the way down, but make sure you don't compromise on your hamstring. The idea here is not to round the back fully, but it is to lengthen the hamstring. Okay, hold it here. Hold it. Hold. Hold and relax, taking your hands up. I want a big twist to the side. Take your chest down only as much as you are comfortable. Up and twist. Coming back to center. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that session. I think we covered a whole lot today. We did a lot of stuff. We did some mobility, we learned some activation. If there's more that you'd like to learn from me, you can find me on Instagram. I go by the name of fitgirl India. I teach everything from running drills to core to mobility, anything you like. You can find me there, you can follow me, you can learn from me. Otherwise, you can keep watching this video. This is going to be on the WhatsApp Gurgaon group. You can keep following this pattern. It's excellent. Get into a routine. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and we hope to train again soon. So have a great weekend. Stay safe, eat healthy, don't get out, and keep exercising. And I hope to see you guys soon. Have a good weekend.